I feel like BO7 will be just the biggest problem with basically all COD games that have released is it felt like a carbon clone copy of the last one. The only really original Call of Duty we've had recently was MWZ. And even though I am a fan of MWZ and I do like the I cannot speak right now. Overworld, not over, open world aspects of it, and I found that enjoyable. I'm still not gonna excuse that like Modern Warfare 3, basically in its own way, had less content than Outbreak. If you took each Outbreak map and you turned it into like a Dark Aether map by just making the sky purple, to be honest, it would have more content. Like, the only thing distinguishing it are the schematics and items. And to be honest, that wouldn't be too necessarily hard to put in Cold War. Like, it is on a different engine and stuff like that. But, like, ignoring that implication, it's not that hard. There should be no situation where the last game had more content where the side game mode that you turned into a main game mode arguably had more content than the main game mode. There should be no situation like that. And to be honest, they use a lot of the same stuff. Like, they may have changed up the wording a little bit, but like one of the main quests, you literally transport an ATV. It's just the ATV has a different model and has a monkey in the back. But you literally go the same thing. You just go to portals and stuff and it spawns zombies. And like, I know some of it's supposed to be references, but not everything should be the same. One of the main missions. Sorry, I'm just out of breath because I'm just walking around. But one of the main missions, you go and like you place like the head inside of it on like Outbreak. You place like a head inside of the device and it spawns zombies, which is basically the same as the Outlast contract. And the difference between, there's also weapon stash, which is just the same thing, but you get weapons after. And like, they're not necessarily good weapons too. Like, if you're a very early game, you could say, like, yeah, that would be a good weapon. But the thing you also got to consider is once you get schematics, I'm pretty sure the rare tool only takes like 2 hours. Which, don't get me wrong, isn't necessarily 0. Like, that would be quite a few playthroughs. It'd be like 2 playthroughs. Anyways, my point being is you can commonly get like rare tools, and then once you get into tier 5, typically when you grind it, you at least, at minimum, get 1 epic tool. And like, typically you'll get a legendary and more epics if you have like a second gun. But the point being is that the weapon stash, there's no point in grabbing those weapons, because you're already going to get higher tier tools in tier 3. And doing that has no tangible benefit, because you're generally 99.99% of the time getting a worse weapon with worse attachments for a trade-off that is only semi-useful, because generally, sure, you get that higher tier weapon, but even though the tools have a heavy effect on weapons, so does Pack-a-Punch. Because if you have a rare tool that's pack free, it's going to do better than like a pack, not even pack 1, because they don't give you pack even if you're in tier 3, than a base like legendary tool, and half the time it's not even legendary. I don't know, it just seems like useless. Anyways, my point being is the like factors of it just seem so useless, and I really don't understand why that is the case. But like, they make like carbon clone copies of like even the same contracts in their game, and then the eliminate bounty, even though there's something hugely exactly like that in Outbreak, there was the side quests or whatever that are orange, where you walk up and you read that audio recording and whatever, and it spawns in like a pans or like just like 2 boss zombies normally. They can be like manglers and stuff like that. But that's basically what we got. But instead of getting 2 boss zombies, we got 1 boss zombie. But it's enhanced and it's stronger. which isn't that crazy of a thing. And to be honest, the Easter egg fact, besides from the final boss of the season 5 portal with, I can't remember who it was, like the entity or whatever. I can't remember what it was called, but I mean, I did the boss, and you get the STG blueprint. That was like the only good boss fight from the game. To be honest, it was probably one of the only challenging boss fights. The biggest problem though with that boss fight is they're what you theoretically had forever. Basically, you had about 20 minutes, which if you're solo, puts you on like a limited thing. They're gonna be able to do it like within 10. Like, the boss wasn't ultra hard, and to be honest, as a person who supports easier game modes and like easier zombies, I still found it really easy. Like, abnormally easy. That shouldn't have been the case. And to be honest, I would most likely... the main reason I support easier games is because I'm more of a casual player. But even with being a casual player, this boss fight was way too easy. Like, I even feel like for other casual players, including me, this experience was just unenjoyable. Anyways, as we're playing Minecraft here, got some armor trims. About to say, I literally went to the inn, bro. There's no way I'm missing this armor trim. These are the only 2 armor trims I have. I do need to go to the ancient city, too. Actually, no, I don't. Well, I technically do. I'm going to go to another one, because the one I did go to, it didn't have any armor trims. Or enchanted golden apples. Speaking of that, where are my golden apples? Well, never mind, I have to end stream. Oh, I wasn't streaming this whole time.